Welcome to the Bold Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Jen Kinal, and this is a space where bold moves meet inspired action. Join us as we dive into stories, strategies, and mindset of those who are building their dreams, creating impactful communities, and redefining success on their terms. Whether you're looking for practical business tips, a boost of inspiration, or a community that gets your vision, you are in the right place. Get ready to elevate your journey and embrace what it means to be a bold founder. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the final episode of season 1 of the Bold Entrepreneur Podcast. Guys, I can hardly wait. I'm so excited that the season is already done, which is crazy, but we've also had some seriously incredible guests that came on, each sharing their unique journey, their wisdom, and their heart. And we got to really take a little peek into some of the highs of entrepreneurial success to the struggles and the lessons learned. And this season was definitely sharing that raw emotion, but also inspired us into looking what it means to build a strong, bold business. And I just want to say this, let's face it, entrepreneurship is not an easy road. It is filled with pivots, challenges, and moments where you're like, why am I doing this? But it's also filled with freedom, joy, community, and the beauty of honestly just seeing what you've been dreaming up come to life. So today I really wanted to start and reflect on some of the incredible moments we've had this past 12 episodes and then dive into some key takeaways, the lessons learned, and the messages that I hope inspired you as much as they inspired me. So let's get started. So we kicked off the season with Selena Gray. Selena is such a powerhouse, and I was so excited to have her on the podcast. My biggest takeaways from our conversations was it was okay to start small. And I like this because it does remind me a little bit of my own story where I was undercharging myself. So she had basically said, it's okay if you're undercharging when you're just starting out because it's about the process. It's about learning to gain confidence in what you're doing and get clarity on your offerings and really understanding what it is that your worth is and how to charge that. And so I fully believe in allowing yourself to have that freedom to kind of learn, grow. It also helps you understand exactly what it is you're charging, who your dream clients are. So it is okay to start small. Another one that I love is community is everything. I've been preaching this and we'll probably say it multiple times in this episode because we really did talk about community quite a lot this season. So Selena shared how being part of a supportive group of women entrepreneurs accelerated her growth. It's why I've encouraged so many of you to create your own community, find a community. I've built it into my own business. And so I really encourage you to get that for yourself because we grow faster, stronger, we understand more, we're supported. Everything comes when we do things together in community. And then finally, the power of events. Selena has the most incredible events, Trailblazer Live. I really love this event. It's so powerful and magical for the attendees. And that you don't see that often. So I really love how she has talked about how events can make a deeper connection with your audience. And for her 2-day events can be more effective and impactful than having an entire year on social media. So Selena's insights on creating meaningful experiences were really completely inspiring, and I loved our conversation on that. All right, Chatelle story. This is such a good conversation. And Chatelle is she's pure magic, basically. She's just magic. So we've got manifestation and blocks. So I love how Chatelle highlighted limiting beliefs and how they can be holding us back. Even when we're working towards something we truly want, identifying and addressing those blocks can be a game changer. Intuition. I love this because I really feel like intuition has been a huge part of my business, even when I didn't know that it was. So she really encouraged us to trust our gut and to listen to our inner voice when we are making decisions. A lesson that has really transformed my business is to be listening to my gut. My gut tells me everything. So I highly recommend you listen to the episode, but also really start listening to your gut and your intuition and what it's telling you to do. And then finally, astrology and alignment. Chatelle's insights into astrology and how it shapes our energy and timings were really eye-opening and something that I'm diving more into in my business. I've actually done an astrology reading with her, and so I'm going to be taking all that information, putting it into my business for this year. And it's just a reminder to honor the natural rhythms of our lives and our businesses. So Chatelle's like podcast episode was incredible and I loved it. And I really hope you guys, if you haven't listened to it, you go back and take a listen. All right. Ashley. Ashley was just like, she was just filled with gold and she was such a ray of sunshine to listen to. I just loved this conversation so much. So we talked a lot about her 1 day goals, which I really love this because it's so obvious, but yet we don't think of it. But her 1 day goals is to stop saying, one day I'm going to do this, and to start taking actionable steps and making your dreams reality. And I love how she does this with her audience, with herself, with her sessions she has with her coaching clients. It's really like, it's pretty cool to be able to say instead of 1 day, I'm like, I'm going to make this happen now. I love it. Okay, the next part, I was bringing the fun back. Business doesn't always have to feel so serious, and I think that it's really way more fun if we embrace the joy and the fun and we like allow it to reignite our passion and our energy. And you can really see that when it comes to how she approaches business, but also how she shares her business with her community, because she, like, instead of just going in and doing the same thing every single day, we are thinking about how can we start to really love on what we're doing, because sometimes we do get into that day to day. We've got our checklist, we've got things we got to do, but we can actually take a step back and think, okay, I love what I'm doing. How can we bring more fun, or at least pull that out instead of making it like a checklist? How can we bring it back, make it more fun, make it something we're enjoying every day? Because that just makes our lives so much more enjoyable. Appreciate your community. Growth is like so great, and we always look at our numbers and we're like, okay, I'm getting this many followers on Instagram, but it's not all about the numbers. It's about really appreciating and valuing the people that are already there and already in your community. Like, they are the ones who have been following you, have been cheering you on. So it's more important that we actually really like sit and appreciate them, love them, get to know who they are. And it also makes it way more of a fun journey when you've got like the people who are already cheering you on and supporting you versus constantly chasing the numbers. All right, Kara, I just love Kara. I've been following her business for so long, like I think since the beginning almost. So I love to talk about intentional collaborations. So I love that she has all these partnerships and collaborations, but listening to her talk about it, it's actually really cool that she picks people that she's really feeling like aligned with. They align with her values, with her business. They are very authentic, and that makes a more impactful collaboration. So I love the fact that that was a really like big topic for us, because it's not just the glamour of it. It really is like really intentionally picking the people that fit best. And I think that always does better for our business, because the people who really love your brand are going to like yell from the top of the mountains how much they love your brand, versus it being a little bit more transactional. So I love this, like really being intentional about who we want to work with, who we want to collaborate with, and what it looks like. All right, event details matter. So, from the moment that someone steps into your event, you want to think about all the details. And I brought this up as a key takeaway because Kara's events really are thoughtful, and she really thinks about what you feel like when you go into them. I went to her launch party of her new store in St. Albert, and it was like every single detail was thought about. So, it just made such a memorable occasion, but it also really aligns with her brand. Like, her brand is very detail oriented, special, personalized. And so when you walk into her events, like her launch party, you just get that feeling right away that you're like completely welcomed and you're special, and all the things that really like make you want to really really want to support a business like that and an owner like that and someone who really appreciates and values her customers. It just was a beautiful experience. So the details that go into an event that make it special like that, the personalized touches, it's incredible. And then the final key takeaway from Kara's episode is pivoting is powerful. So even when we are in the pivot and it feels awful and it feels like failure, it often leads to something more aligned and beautiful. So for Kara, when she had her big pivot, for her, it did feel like it was a failure. And I love how we kind of like went through that and realized that because of that pivot, she was able to open up her very first storefront. So something that she didn't foresee in the future became her future because of this. And the same story for me, like when I had my pivot, my social media agency became and blossomed from that pivot, and it was a horrible failure to me when that happened, but you wouldn't be where you are today without it. So I just think that take a look at any failure that you're going through right now and really realize, or what you've gone through in the past, and realize like what was something beautiful that came from it. All right, next up we had Lane Edwards from Pure Botanicals, and her story was so inspiring. I really loved that she had said your business is not your identity. So start investing in yourself, in your personal life. It ensures that you can like weather any challenges that come your way without losing who you are. And I know this firsthand. It was really incredible or really hard for me when I've had business pivots, because you do feel a little bit like you don't like your identity is so wrapped up in what you're doing in your business. And if there's any challenges or pivots or failures that happen, it feels very personal. And so, really invest in yourself and knowing who you are outside of your business, with your family, with your friends, with your hobbies, the things you like to do. It just it protects you from any like challenges that come your way, and it also makes you such a stronger person. All right, passion is essential. Your love for your work will carry you through all of your toughest days. And we definitely know this as entrepreneurs because we go through every possible thing that is horrible that can happen to you. They just get tossed at you. And so, if you really do love what you're doing, no matter what it is, you're still going to want to continue doing what you're doing because you know you're making an impact. You're making products that really make a difference, that people love, that people feel loved when they use them. Like, passion is going to be an essential for your business. And then finally, take risks. So even if you're not an expert, go after what you're dreaming of. Trust the process, learn along the way, and it is okay to not be perfect. Next, we have Jenna Hill. She's the owner of Rockbox. Jenna's episode was just like so much heart and community. And I just love how, for her, community is the backbone of her business. Like it really is infused in everything she does. So if you listen to the episode, you really understand how much community is built into her business. It's built into her team. It's built into how they approach their customers when their customers come into the store. It's about building relationships, really listening to your audience, and then celebrating them. She also is like such a recurring revenue like lover, just like I do. I just think it's so incredible and so amazing for your business to have this like always knowing what you're making every month. And so we talked a little bit about creating a model for consistent income, providing stability and freedom in your business. And so, really, recurring revenue has been so impactful for myself, but also for so many businesses. So, we talked about like how we can find the business, a recurring revenue business that works for you. Definitely go take a listen to that episode because it was so powerful. And then we also talked about passion fueling persistence. So, just like Lane, it's when the hard times come, we want to stay connected to our passion because that is what keeps us going. So I swear, if you listen to all these episodes, you'll start to see the threads tied together. There's a lot of talk of community, a lot of talk of events, a lot of talk of passion. We do talk about reoccurring revenue a fair amount also. And honestly, just like creating something, you can visualize it, you can go after it, and you can create it. Now we have Michelle Weber. She's the creator of Sonder deodorant. Michelle is like her resilience and her mindset just like shines through everything she does and everything she says. So for her, mindset really matters. Focus on what aligns with your goals and surround yourself with people who uplift you. It really is makes a big difference on who you surround yourself with and the people that are supporting you. So make sure that when you are going after your goals, you have incredible people around you, because there are going to be days where your mindset is going to falter and you're going to start questioning things. And so when you have people who are like, no, you've got this, you can do this, I can tell you this person, introduce you this person, and support you and cheer you on. And it makes all the difference. It really does. So really focus on your mindset and who in your community is around you. All right. Invest in mentors. Really, like finding the right coach or mentor can really help fast track your success. So I love how Michelle brought this up, because many of the people that we did interview have worked with mentors and coaches, and they've really helped them grow their businesses like way faster than they ever could. And I personally think you should always have a mentor or coach in your back pocket of some sort, so that you have someone to ask for help with, that you have people guiding you, supporting you, who've been there first, because people who've been there first can help you get through like the struggles and the trial and error and figuring it out, right? So always invest in a mentor, but finding the right mentors also. We really dived more into this in the episode, so make sure to go back and let's take a listen. And then finally, be resilient. I just told you this was in like every episode basically. Every setback is an opportunity to pivot, learn, and grow into something even better. And so make sure that passion is in the forefront of what you're doing, because it really is going to be such a huge thing to get you through the setbacks, but also for you to be able to see like what is coming in the future, what's going to be even better on its way for you. So that is a wrap up of season 1 of the Bold Entrepreneur podcast. Each episode was like such a journey of inspiration, connection, and growth. And I really hope that these takeaways remind you that your boldest dreams are worth pursuing. If you're ready to take the entrepreneurial journey to the next level, don't forget to check out the Bold Founders Community. Community is what we've talked about for the whole season. So definitely check them out, because honestly, I cannot stress this enough, how much we grow faster, our businesses grow, our mindsets grow, our profit, our like everything we do grows so much faster when we do it together, when we're supported, when we find collaboration opportunities with each other, when we have people who have more knowledge than us and can teach us how we can skip through some of the hard parts by fast tracking us through it. So definitely take a look at that, and let's keep this momentum going and making bold moves together. So thank you so much for being part of this first incredible season. I cannot wait to see and share what happens ahead of the season for us all. And until next time, stay bold. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Bold Entrepreneur podcast. I hope you're walking away with inspiration, fresh insights, and a few takeaways to fuel your journey. If this episode resonated with you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other bold founders and entrepreneurs in your circle. And when you're ready to elevate your business, check out the Bold Founders Collective. From community support to strategic resources and personalized coaching, we are here to help you thrive. Remember, the bold moves you make today will shape the future you're dreaming of. So stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive into deeper stories of strategies and mindset shifts that all make the difference. Until next time, stay bold, keep dreaming, and keep moving towards what lights you up.